Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Clavicular was officially arrested a few days ago in the state of Florida for assault charges. I'm not sure who he assaulted. I do know that he's been assaulting all of us with the garbage that he's been spewing with looks maxing and bone smashing and all of that crap. So this could potentially maybe be the downfall of Clavicular. I mean, he's a very self-destructive guy, so I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Today we're gonna be reacting to His Life is Falling Apart. Leave a like, subscribe. Now let's react to this video.
This is where a popular influencer and streamer is currently behind bars.
He goes by the name of Clavicular.
If you close your eyes and really tune yourself in with the universe, if you're pure of hearts, you can actually feel it. You can feel Clavicular's cortisol level rising as we speak. Guys, I think today might be the worst day in Clavicular's life, and that's really saying something, you know, considering what happened at ASU. And I mean, like, God, you'd almost feel bad for him if everything that's happening to him was not 100% his own fault. Crazy how that works. Guys,
I don't feel bad, bro. Okay, I want to know exactly what happened, though. I want to know what the details of the situation is, and hopefully August the Duck goes into detail on that, because I'm still unsure on why or what it was that caused him to get
you'd almost
arrested.
feel bad for him if everything that's happening to him was not 100% his own fault. Crazy how that works. Guys, the Fort Lauderdale Police Department has launched a cortisol missile at Clavicular, and I'm sad to report that all current intel points to it being a direct hit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Clavicular, aka Jester Maxer, aka Break.
Looks maxing influencer Clavicular arrested by Fort Lauderdale police. It stems from fight at a Central Florida Airbnb he instigated. So he started it. No surprise there. To exploit girlfriend 19-year-old victim sheriff. Oh, that's what the sheriff said. To exploit girlfriend 19-year-old victim. He was trying to exploit his girlfriend. Is that what we're seeing here?
Aiden Peters, aka I'm gonna do everything I can to throw away this generational wealth I'm making at 20 years old, has once again been arrested. And at the same time, apparently right now, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is investigating him for Swiss cheesing an alligator on stream. If that wasn't enough, he's also been banned off of Kick. Dude is having a generationally bad 24.
Yo, do you know how hard it is to be banned off Kick? Do you know the things that you have to do in order for them to ban you, bro? Kick is the wild, wild west. You can say whatever you want, and you can almost do whatever you want, bro. So when they ban you, dude, you know it's serious.
Dude is having a generationally bad 24 hours. Now, if you somehow don't know who Clavicular is, honestly, I'd be a bit surprised. This guy,
you don't know who he is, you're one of the lucky few. I'm not even, you're blessed, okay? You almost don't need to know. But if you're watching this video, you're curious.
Honestly, I'd be a bit surprised. This guy has been absolutely dominating the internet for the last 6 months or so. But if you don't know, there's always time to learn. Clavicular is a looks maxer, which if you don't know what a looks maxer is, we can just reschedule this video. I can give you some reading to do. We only have so much time in the day. Essentially, Clavicular got his start on the internet by trying to teach people how to look better through various methods. Some legit, some not. Some illegal, some not. And through a series of events over the last 6 months that honestly, I'm not sure I could really exactly pinpoint, he has just blown the absolute fuck up. I'm not sure I could point to one clip or one moment that really made him take off.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. I don't know how, where this guy came from, bro. All of a sudden, I'm just seeing the name Clavicular pop up, and I'm seeing his face all over them. I don't even know where he came from. I don't know how he started. I don't know what platform it was. I just saw him on TikTok one day, and then I didn't stop seeing him, and I've seen him ever since. I really don't know where these people come from. And guess what? There's somebody else who's gonna pop up soon. Probably like a year or two, we're gonna hear about another type of Clavicular. He's gonna pop out of nowhere. I don't know where these people come
Point to
from.
one clip or one moment that really made him take off. It's just been sort of a collection of viral moment after viral moment, a lot of collaborations, and I'm assuming a team he's spending a lot of money on. However it happened though, he is now at the forefront of the internet, and he just can't stay out of trouble. I mean, his entire career so far, essentially, has just been one big controversy because he's just not a good guy. But he's had multiple notable incidents that have led up to all this, like running somebody over in his Cybertruck last year. Last month, he was arrested for using a fake ID to get into a club. Obviously, we can't forget the ASU frame mogging incident, but I'm not really sure any of that compares to the last 24 hours.
please keep in mind, after all of those things he did, he was never banned. Okay, like he was banned recently. That shows you what I was saying earlier, that Kick has a very high tolerance for these type of things.
Incidents, but I'm not really sure any of that compares to the last 24 hours. Like I mentioned earlier, either early this morning or late last night, I can't find like a definitive time, Clavicular was arrested by the Fort Lauderdale Police Department because he had a warrant out for his arrest out of Osceola County for misdemeanor battery and a conspiracy to commit battery stemming from an incident that happened last month where allegedly he instigated a fight between his girlfriend and another woman while he was live streaming. If that wasn't enough for old Clav, it's also being reported at the same time that the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is investigating him because on the same day that he was arrested, he was live streaming himself airboating through the Everglades. They came up to what appeared to be a dead alligator, and from there, him and another guy decide to mag dump into this alligator's body for reasons that people with a brain probably cannot understand.
And all of that was done on stream. Oh my God. Yo, this is happening so much, bro. I've been covering these type of people on my channel for so long, and it keeps happening. TikTok exposing themselves live doing X, Y, and Z. There was this nurse who exposes herself live on TikTok giving, wrong medication, saying patients' names. There was this guy who now has 65 charges on him, federal charges, and could face 65 years. 7 charges, could face 65 years in prison. All of these things done live on stream. I don't know what people are doing nowadays, but we gotta chill out, okay? Everything for the clip, anything and everything for the clip. This model has got to go, bro. Somebody's gonna get really hurt. Like, somebody's gonna end up getting, eliminated on stream for the views. It's not good.
Dump into this alligator's body for reasons that people with a brain probably cannot understand. In that same live stream, he was also seen shooting into the air, apparently trying to hit a drone that he claimed was watching them. So, obviously a pretty reasonable course of action there. And then the cherry on top for this wonderful day for Clavicular, I'm assuming stemming from all this, he has been banned off of Kick. And it just goes to show you that even a person who has the world at their fingertips, it's being reported that this guy is making upwards of like $30,000 or $40,000 a day. Idiots will still find a way to throw it away. So we're going to be going through each one of these incidents. It's going to be kind of hard to show you any of the clips that correspond with all this stuff happening because YouTube is not going to like clips of people fighting or animals getting murked. So please bear with me. So starting with this arrest, like I mentioned, these battery charges are coming from an incident that happened on February 2nd, where allegedly Clavicular instigated this fight between these two women. Now, I'm not really sure how that's being determined. I was able to find one re-upload of the clip, and I can't show you the fight, otherwise this video is gonna get the smackdown. But these two women do have a genuine fist fight. They're beating the shit out of each other. And I think what is happening, I think what Clavicular caught a charge for, personally, and this might be due to me just missing context because obviously I couldn't find a full VOD or a full clip. It's just a couple of minutes leading up to it. It doesn't really seem like he
This is all for the clip. Look at how he's smiling in the background, bro. He's like, yo, we are gonna get hella views from this. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's fight. Anything for the clips.
Happening. I think what Clavicular caught a charge for, personally, and this might be due to me just missing context because obviously I couldn't find a full VOD or a full clip. It's just a couple of minutes leading up to it. It doesn't really seem like he instigated it, but what he does do is he prevents the fight from being prevented, I guess. Which I guess, now that I said that out loud, is instigating a fight in a way. He just doesn't really do it verbally. And then once the fight is happening, it's an actual fight, he prevents it from being broken up. And those two things, even if you're not the one doing the actual physical harm, you are aiding in somebody being battered. If somebody's
preventing from being broken up makes it way worse. It's one thing to just not prevent the fight, you know what I mean? You're like, you know what, bro, y'all fight, bro. I'm not gonna get in the middle of this. And then it's another thing when somebody tries to stop them and you're like, back up, bro. Leave them alone. Let them fight. Now you're you're really instigating at that point.
Actual physical harm, you are aiding in somebody being battered. If somebody's in a fight and they're getting their ass beat and you prevent somebody from breaking up that fight, you are directly attributing to that person being beat more. Also, he makes it a point to get it on camera, he has his cameraman walk around and film the fight, which probably did not help his case and is likely being used to further strengthen the idea that he instigated this for content. Like I mentioned earlier, he's caught 2 different charges for this, misdemeanor battery and conspiracy to commit battery, and technically in Osceola Osceola County, both of these crimes are punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine, but I mean, there's almost no chance that this guy sees any real time because of this. If anything, he'll probably just get probation and some fines. At the end of the day, he'll probably just end up getting a slap on the wrist. Also, according
100%. 100%. And hopefully he takes that slap on the wrist as a lesson, because you can only get so many slaps on the wrist. At some point, it's going to get very, very serious if you don't learn from this, because you're just going to become more and more extreme, doing even more stupid stuff on stream, which is why I'm glad he was banned off a Kick, because now, you know, that incentive is way less than it was before. But do I think that he's gonna come back a changed man after all this is going down? I don't think so.
Probation and some fines. At the end of the day, he'll probably just end up getting a slap on the wrist. Also, according to this article, his girlfriend is facing a misdemeanor battery charge as well, but no reports of her being arrested have been made quite yet. That's all the information we really have about the battery stuff right now, and like I said, I don't really see him getting anything more than a slap on the wrist. But on to this Alligator thing, surprisingly, this is where Clavicular might have kind of fucked himself. So again, Clavicular was live streaming the day he was arrested. He was boating through the Everglades. They pass a dead alligator. Clavicular stands up with a pistol and he mag dumps into the body of the alligator. Now, obviously, all this is kind of speculation. Obviously, it's all sort of up in the air because the Wildlife Commission is still investigating this. They haven't made any public statements on what they plan on doing yet besides just investigating it, but he could easily catch multiple charges from this, potentially even a felony. Now, like I said, obviously, I can't show the video, but he's in an airboat. There's multiple other people in the airboat, and he shoots this alligator for absolutely no reason. There's no like way to misinterpret it. The alligator is visible, Clavicular is visible. Like, the evidence is damning, the video is very cut and dry. And based off of what happened here, there are quite a few different charges that Clavicular could end up getting hit with. Starting from least serious and working our way up, from what I've been able to determine, it seems like just shooting a dead alligator, like at all, would be something he could be fined over. I'm sure the Wildlife Commission could pretty...
Man, yeah, the fines, you know, when you are making $30,000 a day, bro, a fine is nothing. It's like buying a cup of coffee. It's not that
at all would be something he could be fined over. I'm sure the Wildlife Commission could pretty easily argue that if they didn't have the proper permits, that shooting an alligator could be interpreted as an attempt to harvest it, which if you're not authorized to do, you're not authorized to do. Not a very big deal, but he could get fined for it. Technically, he could get hit with an animal cruelty charge. I mean, it has happened before, but I mean, the alligator was dead, so pretty unlikely unless they just want to make an example out of him. The big thing is obviously going to be how they interpret the fact that
it's still a bit cruel, guys. It is. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Shooting a already dead animal that you've seen just out in the wild for what? For no reason, especially for the clip, man, that does seem pretty cruel. I'm not gonna lie. If you did that to, let's say you found a dead cat outside and you got a BB gun and you started emptying your BB gun in that cat, doesn't that feel a bit wrong to do, right? It's a bit like, this doesn't seem right. This is kind of psychotic. I'm not gonna lie. This is something like a psychopath would do, or like some serial killer or something to practice. It doesn't seem like a good idea. So you could maybe possibly hit him with that too.
Pretty unlikely unless they just want to make an example out of him. The big thing is obviously going to be how they interpret the fact that he discharged a firearm from a vehicle, which is a pretty big crime pretty much anywhere. This is the actual statute for Florida when it comes to discharging a firearm in public or on residential property. And you can see at the top here that this applies to any person who knowingly discharges a firearm in any public place. Now, it's important to note that at the bottom it says that it does not apply to properties expressly approved for hunting by the Fish and Wildlife Commission, which might make some people think that what he did was okay, but you can't just go onto a place that's been approved for hunting and start knocking down a tree with an AK-47, and when you're caught, be like, oh, well, I think I was shooting at a deer. Like, no, areas approved for hunting are approved for just that. They're approved for hunting, not impromptu shooting ranges. Anyways, at the bottom of this statute, it says that any person who knowingly discharges a firearm in any public place commits a misdemeanor of the first degree, which is the same kind of charge as the battery stuff, but where this kind of gets interesting anything. And where Clavicular might have really ended up fucking himself over is right below this. It says any occupant of any vehicle who knowingly and willfully discharges any firearm from the vehicle within 1,000 feet of any person commits a felony of the second degree. And there were 3 other people on that boat. So I mean, this is potentially a very damning situation for Clavicular. Because I mean, there are certain scenarios where shooting a gun on the water is completely fine. Clavicular missed all of them. First of all, you're not supposed to shoot an alligator in Florida. Period. You can't shoot them for hunting. The only time you could shoot an alligator is if it's like actively trying to fucking eat you. It is illegal to shoot an alligator even if you have the permits to harvest one. You just can't do it. Secondly, if he was just out on a boat alone and he did this, maybe he'd be fine. You know, if he was streaming and there was a way to actually prove that nobody was around, maybe a defense could argue that he...
Yeah, but you can't... It's not trying to attack him. It's dead. So even if he was by himself in the boat, him just shooting it for no reason... It's dead. It's not attacking him, so there's no self-defense claim there. That's also illegal. So there's no excuse, bruh. And the reason he was doing this, guys, if you don't know, is because of the clips, okay? It's for the stream. There's a deeper lesson here. There's a deeper problem, I think, is this culture, this stream culture of do whatever it takes. It doesn't matter what you do. Just do whatever it takes to get people watching, to get people to click and to watch your streams because you do the most extreme things than the next man, bro, is terrible for society. It's terrible for society because you have people like this who do not care about what's going on around them. He don't care about his girlfriend. Would you ever instigate your girlfriend to fight somebody else, or would you want to try and stop that? You would obviously want to try and stop that. He was using her for views, for the clips. This is what I mean. You don't care about what's going on with other people. You don't care about, you know, what's going on even with your loved ones. As long as you get the clip, that's all that matters. That needs to go. That culture, and it's rewarded because when you do it, people talk about you. People will watch your streams. But there's a line. There's a line, and it seems that people are pushing that line further and further and further and further and further to be more and more and more and more and more extreme. We need to bring that line a bit more back to more common sense.
Just out on a boat alone and he did this, maybe he'd be fine. You know, if he was streaming and there was a way to actually prove that nobody was around, maybe a defense could argue that he wasn't, like, truthfully in a real public place, even though, like, by the law he would be. You know, shit kind of gets muddy once you're in, like, a national park on a boat. Like, it's kind of weird. But that doesn't even matter because 3 other people are on the boat. And the statute specifically says any person. And really, what's going to end up fucking him over the most is obviously the fact that this was live streamed. There's no way to be like, oh, well, it rushed the boat. Exactly. I got scared. I was startled. I did it without thinking. I was just trying to defend myself.
Honestly, I think that's the greatest thing about this, okay, is that they snitch on themselves. They're not savvy. They're not hard to catch. It's very easy. You just watch the stream and you got everything that you need to know. So I appreciate that fact. If a streamer were to do something illegal, it's easy to catch.
I was startled. I did it without thinking. I was just trying to defend myself. They pull up on this alligator after they notice it. He stands up. He takes aim. He dumps his mag into it and then sits down and says, I think it's dead. This guy's gotten away with a lot, but I think this might actually fuck him. I mean, he's got 2 open battery charges against him, and he's about to be investigated for recklessly discharging a firearm on video. I mean, this guy's gotten pretty lucky, but when you are live streaming every last thing you do, and this is the kind of shit you're doing, eventually your luck is gonna run out. I'm sure we'll have more information soon because if his ban on Kick lasts for more than 24 hours, I will likely shit my pants out of shock. I would almost guarantee the guy's back on Kick by tomorrow. There's no way Kick's gonna get rid of their cash cow right now, so maybe we'll
24-hour ban, bro. Is that even a ban? That's just a suspension. That's not a ban, bro. 24-hour ban? Oh no, I can't stream for 1 day. Oh, boo-hoo. I'll just come back the next day, bro. Kick is the most lenient social media streaming platform in the entire world. You can literally do whatever you want to.
Guarantee the guy's back on Kick by tomorrow. There's no way Kick's gonna get rid of their cash cow right now. So maybe we'll get some insight. I'm sure we won't. I'm sure we'll just get a lot of commentary about how the Fort Lauderdale Police Department is jester maxing and how he's innocent maxing. Mark my words. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Like I said, I'm really interested to see how this
jester maxing and innocent maxing. He's stupid maxing, bro. He's in idiot, bro. He's got to go. And a 24-hour ban is not good enough, because that's not a lesson learned. Oh, I got banned for 24 hours. Big deal. I can still keep doing what I'm doing because Twitch clearly loves me and they know I make them a lot of money, so it doesn't matter what I do. It still feeds into that culture that I was talking about earlier in the video of do whatever it takes for the stream. That culture has got to die, bro. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, go check out one of these 2 videos. I'll see you guys over there. Take care.